Well, we're disking away. I just dragged it to the edge here because, well, that's supposed to all be attached. Clearly it's broke.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. We're done plowing. We got to take the plows off. I did do some gardening. I got the raised beds all cleaned up. How are you doing, buddy? Yanko wasn't feeling so good this morning. Is that what happens when you eat random stuff? Yep, off to eat random stuff again. Hey, let's not do that actually. But alrighty, gonna check on the cows here. Probably got to give them a little bit more pasture today. Let's see what they're up to. How's everybody's day? Everybody having a good day? The calf is out there. Should we go see the? We'll go see the calf. Probably gonna actually have to give them more pasture right now. They started clipping underneath the wires, which isn't a bad thing. How you doing, Junior? You all by yourself up here? You got tagged, you got your bling. So my girlfriend did that the other day. You guys still got some in here. Don't worry, 101. You gotta watch out, sometimes they can be crazy. Well, yeah, good pasture management. This is what happens if they get too far ahead. Then the pasture gets too far ahead. Then they pick and choose, and then they want to go to the next one, but the fencing's working right now, so. Here's sirens. Yeah, we'll give them a little bit more. That way they're not pushing on anything. Forage harvesters are right after it. That'll be another day or two. And then we are gonna have to get a rotary mower just to clip it down. Once we get our pastures under control, as far as, I smelled smoke or fire. Which wouldn't surprise me. There's been a lot of fires because it's been dry. So once we get it under control, our pastures, and we get to managing them, we don't have weeds, and honestly we're gonna have to plow this lower half at some point and reseed it down just so we don't have the sporadic side of pasture. I really want to utilize it as best we can, and I think that's part of it. So putting it into good quality and managing the cows, not just letting them go out there and pick and choose and then come back, and the inefficiency. So the first year of this is going to be, well, it's going to be a little bit of everything, and we'll get it figured out, but a lot of learning and a lot of things to do, as we all know. So let me see how their bedding over here looks. If I gotta bed them a little more, really got to get that out of here. So Buddy is taking the chain. Young farmer that says it would work well in his barn. Bedding looks good. Yeah. Alrighty. We'll get after it. So today is the day. Put a lot of thought into this, and this is how we're gonna lay out the new merchandise and the ordering side of it. We're going to do a pre-sale for 2 weeks, starting today, which is the 8th. So I don't even know. When's 2 weeks from now? So the 8th. On the 22nd, we're going to be done. That way, Friday, the 23rd, I can give the merchandise outfitter, supplier, the inventory. From there, he says it will take 3 to 4 weeks to get them back to me and then out to you guys. So the new merch right here. Yep, very happy with it. This all happened before the Mac got in an accident, but don't worry, the Mac is coming back. We're gonna do some series. We're gonna see some cool things, and we're gonna make it better than ever. So that's a big part of it. I do have in the works a shirt for the fall, with a few other pieces of equipment on it. So that's kind of what I'm working towards as artwork guy. If you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't,
don't sit there in the comments and say something. Originally, I did shirts to give to the people that help me, support me, and it's nothing cooler than seeing people rocking your shirts out and about, and seeing your boys, your buddies, and random people wearing them around. So pre-order right now, duffyag.com. There was a lot of interest in youth sizes, so we were able to do youth medium to youth XL. You can't do a youth small because the artwork gets too small on it. So for some reason, there's a lot of young kids that watch my YouTube videos, and I appreciate all you guys and all the parents that let them sit in front of it. So that is kind of why I do kind of try to keep it classy act. But alrighty, duffyag.com. Pre-order, we got 2 weeks of that, and then orders will be out. So if you order today, expect it six weeks from now. I don't know how much I'll stock moving forward because it is an extreme bearing financially to stock hundreds, if not thousands, of products at this point, and I do not have enough storage until I do something in the basement to stock a ton of stuff. The old designs, I will be planning on doing more of those to keep the OG stuff going, but we'll be changing the name on the bottom. I did switch it to America at one point, for some of you who saw that, and we'll be switching it to Sharon Springs, New York, which where we're at. All the hats will be back in stock, but they'll be on the same order. So appreciate you guys, and let's jump back into it. But duffyag.com, link is down below. Hit it up, get your Let's Go Farming Yanko shirts.
Okay, we're gonna go park these out back. At some point, we're gonna have to pull them back out, just run through them, wash them, do everything like that. But that is not today. So we'll go park these, get them out of the way, take the flag off. Gotta love the flag. And yeah, get these on the disc, finish up disking. Being able to steer this thing, yeah, so much nicer than what it used to be. We did that like a year, 2 years ago now. And a lot of people told me, oh, you need that, blah, 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 it should be right. Backing it up with an articulate like this makes it so much better, being able to steer that back wheel. Yes, I need 3 remotes for it, but yeah, the 4640 has 3 remotes, just saying. And this has 3 remotes.
Now we're good.
Let's get disking. So we don't have much. The sky has literally, it's a haze. And I'm pretty sure it's still the Canadian wildfires situation. It's windy as anything. Or something's on fire locally. So I'm not really sure. But it's a haze. We need some rain to get this ground really going and get the corn coming up. Like, we need it bad. So they're saying tomorrow maybe a little bit, not enough to get us to where we want to be. Well, let's get going. Well, we're disking away. I just dragged it to the edge here because, well, that's supposed to all be attached. Clearly it's broke. Bumped over a rock, and that's why you don't disc fast, and I'm going slow and that still happened. Oh, well, we gotta, I'm not sure how we're gonna do that because all those threads are bent. Maybe that was bent for a little bit. I don't know. Got the air compressor going. Gonna get that jacked up, put it back together. You sleeve them and weld it. send it and we'll replace that whole front section. We'll make it good. These discs, we battled some things. I bought them for the right price. They've done what I've needed. They'll get some love. But went in the storage trailer because we don't have everything moved out. Found some of my pipe. This one fits perfect, so we'll just measure once I get it jacked up how much we need, put it back together, go from there. It is like, I don't know if it's, so it's a clear day, but there's so much haze that it's just gray. And you can see it, I don't know if GoPro picks it up, but you can see like just haze everywhere. Where I look, there's haze. You can see it out on the trees and so I'm going with it's the forest fires in Canada. Got it jacked up, made this pipe collar that's gonna go around it. We'll weld it right to the nuts. I'm not that worried about it. We're gonna cut everything off. We'll get everything new because as you see, they put these spacer pieces on. For next year, I'm gonna have more time, I hope, for this winter to get things ready. I thought I was ready, we weren't. So we just gotta get done disking, putting seed in the ground, and then we'll be in a place where we can start working on projects such as the Mac. If you guys remember, we had all sorts of hydraulic oil out here, which is, well, you know, flammable. And well, I had to run and grab a fire extinguisher because I wasn't stomping it out fast enough, but we're good now. So I welded that pipe in. It's right to the washers. Everything was bent, so it's not a bad thing. We'll replace, well, it's this shaft, so we'll just cut that off. And either way, we're gonna replace it. So now we just got to replace two nuts. But at the end of the day, the threads were all bent. We were gonna fight them coming off either way, and we will get the right spacers. I think it's the wrong spring. Green spring on a red tillage equipment. Yeah, I'm not supposed to do that. So I'll let the jack down. We'll see how it goes. Finish up disking out back at least. Should get to the front. This weather is nuts. It is all smoky over here. So it's just a weird feeling. Let me shut this down. I did have a bad tip go, so I'm glad I got more spare tips. And okay, I was informed that this haze is from New Jersey wildfires. So not the Canadian ones that we've been having for the last 2-3 weeks, but New Jersey had 5,000 acres on fire. I'm glad I've stood around for a little bit longer to make sure I'm not one of those. Like, that's always when it's dry out, and it is super dry. Even though we got that rain, it's super dry. I know there's places like back in Massachusetts and whatnot, they're getting hammered with rain. I got buddies in Maine that they got standing water in fields still because they're wet. Alrighty, let's go have a good rest of the afternoon. That's what I'm hoping for. You ever feel like you get nothing done, but you've been working all day? That's today. Between the haze and things just not going right, we got like 30-35 acres left of corn to put in. And I was hoping that by the end of the day I could run just planter tomorrow. I have a feeling I can run planter, but I have a feeling that I will be disking tomorrow again. But at least everything's parked up, looks good. Those shafts right there, they're just, it's a weak point. It's, we have a lot of weight on it, so as a lot of people have told me or messaged me and said, surprising you don't see those break more often. And I think you do, just nobody ever talks about it. We are actually gaining a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So we got this groundwork. We gotta go that way. I gotta jet out of here. We're going to dinner. I forgot about that. But probably need that after today. Yeah, it's gonna be a fight till the end. That's just how it is. That's farming. So tomorrow morning we'll finish this up. I'll see you guys in the morning.